Hello people, how y'all doing? I need to get this video out of the way, so without further ado, here we go.
Because this poor excuse for a human decided
This poor excuse for a human. Mission Control, Houston, Richard Cranium, we got a problem. First of all, I don't think you got ball enough to say that to my face, boy. Second, if you did have ball enough to say it to my face, I would beat the shit out of you so bad there would be nothing left but your clothes and the shit stain on the floor where you were standing. Then I'd go so far as to use your clothes and wipe your shit stain up and burn your clothes so that some poor unexpecting bum didn't gather 'em up and put 'em on and your stupidity wear off on him. People, there are 3 levels of ignorance. The first level is where you don't really have the means and the ability to gather the intelligence and information to draw an accurate conclusion. That's level 1. Level 2 is your willful ignorance. And that's where you have the tools and the material to gather the information, the data, and gather the intelligence to come to an accurate conclusion, but you just willfully refuse to do so. And this individual here, he is one man, stupid enough for 2 man, double dumb clown show, fits the bill for the 3rd level of ignorance. And that is when the information and the data to gather the intelligence is put in your hand and you just absolutely refuse to even investigate it. The highest form of ignorance known to man is condemnation without first investigation. Now, he did this video here, boom boom, flat earth goes boom boom, and I give him this video right here from Mitchell from Australia explaining why objects disappear bottom up on his angular resolution, and he just absolutely refused to even watch the video. Now I gotta come here real quick.
I'm just going to do a quick response video to your video and comments. I took some notes along the way, and the first thing I noted was that you claimed I didn't do the math myself.
No, Richard Cranium, Houston, I did not claim that you did not do them yourself. I asked you if you did your own math. Magics.
And I don't see how you can even claim such a thing. You don't know me, you don't know anything, and yet you talk about me not doing the math myself. So that must be a lie, because since you don't know it and you claim it still, that's called lying.
No, Domehead. It's called drawing an accurate conclusion based on the information that you have. Anybody can go to this comment right here and you can obviously tell that this idiot cannot convert centimeters to meters, meters to kilometers. He can't calculate time and distance, and he can't round on a basic comment section. So it's a natural assumption that someone else is doing his math. Now about this Mitchell from Australia video that I handed to him, we'll get back to that in a minute, but first let's go ahead and I'm gonna give you the information on where I gathered my intelligence that is available for any one of you to gather and investigate for yourself. First, I used the Cristino, or however you say that, in Dutch lighthouse from Wikipedia, looking for the actual elevation of this, because I've already caught this clown in more than one lie. And yes, it is 16 meters, 52 feet. And on this same page, I also noticed that it has a focal height of 29 meters or 95 feet. I also used the distance calculator here so that I could calculate from observation height to the distance to the horizon, from the 6 meters and the 37 meters he claims. And I used this conversion distance calculator to convert the miles and kilometers. This is a very nice, accurate calculator. It even goes down at the bottom and tells you how to do it. But it goes from the light distance to the metric distance to microns, nanometers, angstrom, rod, cape foot, into the imperial system, and then millimeters to boot. And at the end here, when time, I even used this Walter Bislins, and I will prove to you that this is a joke. Anyway, let's go into his video. Now, he doesn't tell us where he's at, so you have to gather the information and data yourself to do so. I was watching the video and I noticed this swimming pool right here has a very distinct row of 4 cottages right here, and he claims that's where he was. Oh, one other intelligence gathering tool I used was Google Earth. Okay, real quick. Google Earth is a flat map, but spheroidiots are too ignorant to even realize that it is. You see, this line right here is the pool to the lighthouse, and it's 15.4 miles, which equates to 158 foot of curvature drop in the distance. Now, if you look at this from this direction, it kind of looks like that just goes out into the distance and over the curve and down to the lighthouse. But when you adjust this a little bit, it comes down from the 110 foot slab. Right here's the elevation in the lower right hand corner. 109 foot is where this part, you go back further, it's 110, 111 feet. And you go down here to sea level, where the sea is level, and then it goes back up, and you see the minus 54. You got to get just right, but it tells you minus 55 there. It goes back up to the elevation. It doesn't go down and around the curvature. With that out of the way. Okay, so the pool is at an elevation right there at 111 feet. I've already established and showed you that the lighthouse is 15.4 miles or 24.8 kilometers. Now, let's go back to Domehead's video here and move forward.
It's tall, including the lighthouse. The base of the tower is elevated 17 meters above mean sea level, so the total elevation is about 33 meters.
All right, I already showed you here on Wikipedia the elevation is 29 meters. Where in the Flying Frick he gets 33 is beyond me. It is 17 meters is another lie of his, because it's only 11 point something on Google Earth here is the elevation of the lighthouse. And I will show you right here, Christian Sano Lighthouse. You will notice I went right from the pool right to the lighthouse. And that distance is 15.4 miles or 24.8 kilometers. Now you look down there in the right hand corner at the elevation right there, and we have an elevation between 34 and 37 feet around the perimeter of this lighthouse, and you convert that and it is only 11.51 meters or something to that effect. So wherever he got this information of 17, he's full of shit, because you can already see he's got 33 meters up there, where the same information of 29 meters is right here off Wikipedia.
The pictures I took range between 6 and 37 meters of elevation.
6 and
I've
37
aligned them all,
meters.
and this is what it looks like when we compare them to each other. So what's preventing me from seeing the island from low elevation, and why does it gradually come into full view when I rise in altitude? Well, a bunch of water seems to be in the way.
A bunch of water seems to be in the way. Well, let's look at some logistics here. This here picture is of his 6-meter elevation. I'm not going to go over the metrics on it. I'm going to stick with the standard. You notice I have the actual 95 feet that Wikipedia. I did the calculations according to Google Earth and the 16 meters combined. And this here is what it actually is. 1158 is the meters, which is 38 feet. Okay, so you have your 6, and it's also the distance to the horizon is 15.4 miles to the island, which is its actual distance, and it has a 158-foot curvature drop to that exact location of the island. But we are up 19.7 feet, which the distance to the horizon now is 5.4 miles, and we have a curvature drop of 19.44 feet. So you start out with your original drop of 158 feet, and you subtract the 19.4 feet because you've already taken that much up, and then you subtract the number of feet that the lighthouse is in elevation off the sea level, and you end up with 48.1 feet using 90.5, the actual distance. Or if you use Wikipedia's 95 feet, you end up with 43.46. The top of the lighthouse is below the horizon, but you can see it. Dome head. You shouldn't be concerned about the bulge of water in front. You should be wondering why you can see the lighthouse even whatsoever. And the same holds true with this here picture. We have the elevation of 37 meters, which is also 121 feet. The distance to the horizon here is 13.5 meters with a 121.5 foot drop. You start out with your original 158 foot drop. You subtract the 121.5 foot drop for the distance of your elevation difference, and you also subtract the 90.5 feet for the actual elevation of the lighthouse, and you have 54 feet above the horizon, or 58.5 if you elect to use the 95 foot elevation provided by Wikipedia. Now you got 16 meters is 52.5 feet, and we already know that, and this is 54 feet, so actually you should only have to the very bottom of this lighthouse right here that is observable at this distance of 121 feet in elevation. There's the lighthouse right there. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. It should be right below that lighthouse. I gave him an extra couple meters there probably. Anything below this line should be obscured by the curvature, folks. Yet this clown uses his own, comes up with his own frickin' numbers and his own shit to draw his own conclusion. Now, this is the video from Mitchell from Australia that I presented to the clown that he refused to watch. But we're going to have a quick gander at it here.
I'm Mitchell from Australia, and this is yet another simple observation that anyone can do at home. You have a coin and a flat table.
That anyone can do. And the clown refused to even observe this video.
And I'm going to demonstrate how we can make an object disappear bottom up without the need of curvature, or without the need of a physical obstruction for that matter. Now you globers are going to sit at home and say that table is just higher than the observer height or the camera height. Now let's get that sorted quick smart. When we zoom in, we increase the focal length and increase the angular resolution. And we can resolve that coin in its entirety.
See, Domehead, I told you all you need was some zoom. And you notice that on a flat surface, it started to disappear from the bottom up. Chrome Dome, Richard Cranium, Houston, whatever the fuck your name is. I told you my name was Brian. I tried to be cordial with you. And you call me a poor excuse for a human? You're garbage, dude. Now, let's get on to this calculator right here that old Walter Bislin and Chrome Dome was using. Right here, you'll notice I have all of the distances punched in. This is kind of nice because you can go right to metrics and it converts it all for you, or right to the imperial. And so, and it also tells you how much is hidden and how much isn't hidden. And you also have a refraction index right here. Now let's bounce back to Richard Cranium's video here that he had going on. Let's just watch this a little further.
Let's use Walter Bislin's advanced Earth curve calculator
Walter Bislin's advanced Earth calculator.
and see if it matches my observation.
Notice right here, he's using a distance of 24,500 meters. I already proved to you that that's 24,800 meters. And he's using 33 meters as an elevation when Wikipedia says it is 29. And I added the two together myself and came up with 27.5 meters. Without further ado, pay attention down here to the refraction index that he's got set right now. It is at 0.17056
At 6 meter elevation with standard refraction, 14.5 meters should be hidden by the bulge. That is in total agreement.
No, that ain't total agreement. More of that should actually be shown, but that's not here nor there. You shouldn't even see that thing at this elevation, you retard.
With the picture. The next picture was...
Notice his refraction index down here has changed now. He cherry-picked it to suit his pictures so that it would appear that he knows what he's talking about. Now he's got a refraction index of 0.170475.
was taken at 13.5 meters of elevation, and the calculator says 6.6 meters should be hidden. That's a pretty close match too. The last picture was taken at 37 meter elevation, and
now note his refraction index has changed again. It's 1.170181.
the calculator says there shouldn't be anything hidden, and that matches
The calculator says there shouldn't be anything hidden, dude. I'm going to
the
tell
picture
you
perfectly.
something. It's a fact that this is 15.4 miles is the actual distance from the pool to the lighthouse. You're at the 37. So you're at 37 meters high. Your distance to the horizon is only 13.5. So you would absolutely have some of that island hidden. And like I said, anything below this red line here would be obscured by the supposed bulge should Earth be a physical ball hurtling through space.
Because now we can see the entire island. If the Earth was flat, then the horizon should...
Why would the horizon be above there, dude? The horizon rises to eye level, and there's already just a couple of feet of this island that would be hidden by the horizon. So why in the hell would the horizon be clear up there? You bonehead. Now, let's check this out. Right here we have this Earth calculator from Walter Bislin. Now you come down here and you try to move this refractive index just a little bit, and it don't work, man. You're jumping all over the place. So you actually have to get in there and physically come into this box right here and add your value. Now I already showed you on Mitchell's video why things disappear from the bottom
shiny
up by the angular resolution. So we already know that things do disappear from the bottom up. This calculator has a globe and flat, and right here it tells you that nothing is hidden on the flat. And it don't matter what your observation height is. Nothing. Here's your hidden. Nothing is ever hidden. Don't matter how high or how low you go. It don't matter how distant or how close that target is. It don't matter the size of the target. This calculator says that it's all observable on the flat plane at all times. And that video presented to us by Mitchell from Australia is just a scale size of the entire plane of Earth. So therefore, yes, the bottom does disappear. And if this doughhead here would have broke out a zoom camera rather than walk around looking like a retard trying to focus in on some point in the distance, looking through a binocular and a cell phone at the same time, using a non-adjustable zoom binocular at 7 power by 50 millimeter, he would have observed. But yet this clown insists that we know not what we speak of. Therefore, he is fucking stupidly ignorant. And I would never have even gone that route with you, you doughhead, had you not called me a poor excuse for a human. You deserve everything you have. You are a liar, and I proved it. You are just another ball-faced liar. Anything to put the favor in your ball court. I even put the favor in your ball court, and it still is not a ball. Be well, folks. Have a good evening.